Welcome back to the PHP Fusion Theme creation lesson number 2. In lesson number 1, you learned about the theme properties. You also learned about the tables, how to center them. You also learned the call function of the width of the theme. And later on in lesson 1, you learned the hyperlink codes and so on. Now we're going to move on and show you where the style.css file comes into play. If you look here, you will see td id equals time, and also you have div class equals time. This is a call function that goes back to your style.css file. When it goes td id equals time, that's when it grabs the properties for that table class on the styles.css page. As you can see, here is our time format. It controls the font type, the font size, the font weight, the color, the height of the font, and the padding. And that is where your style.css comes into play. It will also control certain colors of your theme, like your links. For example, on your site, the A is the original link that is going to be in your menu. The A hover is the link color of when your mouse is over that link, and so forth and so on. And going back to your theme.php, in this we just discussed how this table class came into play. As you can see, this here is our code that displays our date and time in our theme. This is highly important that before you use this code in the theme, that you label this as dvi class equals time, or any other setting that you may have, as long as it corresponds with your style.css settings. As you can see, you can also adjust the table width. Like I had this one, for an example, set at 98% of the theme width, which shows the date, and I also have it aligned to the right hand side. And moving on down, as you can see, after that, this is where I broke the table. This was the end of the header function, and at the very end you always go back and you put your echo and your table width for your bottom side, followed by the end with the closing marks of the echo function. And that concludes lesson number 2 of PHP Fusion Themes.